Thank you so much, Loya. Great to be here with everybody. I see a list. Hi, Abram. Hi, Frank. Hi, Grace. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Mike. Hi, Susan. I've been teaching martial arts over 40 years, and what I've found is that so many of the martial arts skills are directly relevant to, first of all, fall prevention or minimizing injury falls. Everybody can fall, even me. But the whole point of the difference is that if I fall, I have certain ideas of how my mind is going to work, how my cerebellum is going to take me from being standing up to getting safely on the ground. And that's what I teach as far as the martial arts part. But the first part that we're going to be going through is the limbering. I call this my daily nutrition for motion. It is something that everybody should really develop in the sense that all the muscles will be involved, all of the bones. We're going to be building muscle without weights. I don't use weights. I stopped using weights quite a while ago, but I still have pretty good muscle tone. And the way I do this is by these motions. So what we're going to do first is the limbering. But first, disclaimer, just to let you know, I am not a therapist. I am a martial artist. And as with any physical education, physical program, you should have talk to your doctor to make sure that you're ready for that. So, hi, Deirdre. So that make sure that you can do this without injuring yourself. All these motions that we're going to be doing, they should cause maybe some discomfort, but they should not cause pain. They should not cause an hour where you're running away from that pain. Instead, it should be like, I haven't moved that muscle in that way for a while, and that is fine. If you have places where your fascia, which is our underlying structure of the body, is not as pliable as it might be, you might find it's more painful there, and that's all right, because usually as you do these motions, that pain reduces more and more and more to the point that you don't feel that. It's just the motion that you get from then on. And that's a beautiful thing, because then that's when you realize that, wow, my body is actually changing and doing this. Going back to this, what I can guarantee you is that you do these motions daily. You do these motions daily, you will find at the end of the week, you will feel different, both in the terms of how your flexibility is, because I really love to have everybody increase their flexibility, the range of motion, less pain of motion, and maintaining independence. So it's great to see everybody here. And again, if you're ready to move with me, let's go ahead and get started. It is a martial arts, so I'm always going to start with a gentle bow in. And what this bow in means to me is that this motion right now that I'm going to be doing is honoring the body, honoring the mind. So let's start with tilting the head over and then a nod all the way forward, all the way back, all the way forward, all the way back. Now we're going to switch to the other side, all the way forward, all the way back, all the way forward, all the way back. And let's switch over to the other side again, all the way forward, all the way back, all the way forward, all the way back, and then switching over again, all the way forward, all the way back, all the way forward, all the way back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn and look behind us, just as if you're sitting in your car, you're just about to park back out of your parking spot. So you're going to turn your head as far as you can, press into it, and also use your eyes. So we're pendiculating the eyes as well as the neck. And then switching to the other side, looking over the shoulder, looking as far as you can. And then switching again, looking over the shoulders, looking as far as you can. And then switching again, looking over the shoulders, looking as far as you can. Awesome. So you should feel the neck has opened up quite a bit. So let's continue down. The limbering goes all the way down the body. Bring the shoulders up to the ears as tight as you can. Press into into your ears as tight as you can. And now we're going to allow the shoulders to roll backwards. Keep the pressure on the whole way until the shoulder blades are nearly touching. And then just as if you took 2 heavy buckets of water, pull them down, holding down just as if 2 heavy buckets of water is pulling down on your arms. Then rolling the shoulders forward. Actually try to touch these in front of you. You won't be able to, but it will feel good. And then pulling up to the ears. Now we're going to continue that whole motion, rolling the shoulders back and down it goes. And then rolling the shoulders forward. and then up to the ears. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. So we're rolling the shoulders forward, trying to touch these two again. 2 heavy buckets of water pulling down in the arms, rolling the shoulders back, nice and tight, shoulder blades touching, and then rolling up to the ears and continuing another motion. This whole limbering process all the way around, shoulders back and up, should take you about 2 minutes to do in the morning. That's all. 2 minutes a day, boom, you're ready to go. So now we're going to work with the hands, reaching across just as if there's a doorknob just out of your reach. You're going to reach, oh, it's still out of your reach. Reach a little bit further, compressing the pectoral muscles, compressing the deltoids all the way across. Now, oh, that doorknob is sliding upwards. So we're going to be sliding up with it all the way to the point as if you're in an airplane and you're reaching for your peanuts in the overhead bin. Reach, reach, reach. Now we're going to go all the way to the vertical, hands together as if you're pressing them together. Press, press, press. Turn off that. And then roll them back, continuing roll back all the way around. And then we're going to do one more rotation, 2 heavy buckets of water down, reaching across, all the way across. And then allowing it to reach up, sliding, sliding, sliding. Let's take it slower. The slower, the better in all these motions. And then up to the vertical. And then rolling the hands back, all the way back as far as you can. And relax. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. Pull the hands back as far as you can, and then lift up. Your arms should feel about 50 pounds apiece. Just press back, press upwards, do it slowly. And what we're doing right now with all these motions, now up to the vertical, is releasing nitric oxide within the body, pressing the hands together. This will align, pressing the hands together. This will align, okay, this will align the upper thorax, reaching across, back down, sweep, back down. Good. And we're going to do one more rotation, really reach back and press them up. Let's leave it centered up. All the way up to the vertical. Pressing the hands together. Again, that aligns the thorax. And then across. And then allow it to slide down. Pressing into it the whole way. Not just moving the arms, but pressing the whole way. And relax. That should feel from here up, you should feel a whole different than here down. So now we're going to work on the arms. This is how I got this muscle. Pushing the palms out, just like you're pushing a car down the street. Push your shoulders into it, push, 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 but pull the fingers back as if you're trying to touch your eyeballs with your fingertips. So that means up on the upper part of our forearms, you should feel those muscles really engaged. Now, rolling down the fingers, roll down those palms, tuck the thumbs in tight, and then pull the shoulders back, press into the chest, just as if you picked up a heavy bag of potatoes and you're holding it tight to keep it from getting away from you. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. And now we're going to push out again. Push out. Pull back those fingers. You should really feel those muscles on the top of the arms liven up for you right now. Now roll down the fingers, roll down the palms, lock down the thumbs, and then pull the shoulders back. Press to the chest. Press a little tighter, and a little tighter again. Awesome. Now pressing out one more time. Oh, yes. All those muscles are really lightening up right now. Roll down the fingers, roll down the palms, lock it down tight, and then press to the chest. Awesome. Now, relax the arms, wiggle them out a little bit because you're going to need to get them going. Now, just imagine that there's a puppy dog behind you doing a puppy dog thing on your favorite carpet. So you're going to reach for that mud. Keep the hips in place. We're not twisting the hips. We're only going to be twisting the upper body. So reach behind and twist. Reach, reach. Every breath, a little bit deeper reach. And now we're switching to the other side. Reach, reach. And pressing a little bit further with each breath. And then switching again. Reach, reach. And now we're going to switch again. Reach, deep reach. Good. And relax. So from here to about here, you should feel a whole different body right now. Let's get the legs involved. Hands on your hips. What we're going to do is just do a hip stir, just like you're doing a hula hoop, a slow, big hula hoop. But as you do this, try to make a bigger motion on each orbit. Keep it going. Keep your head in place. So if your head is bobbling around like this, you're probably getting yourself dizzy. Try to keep the head right in one place so only the body is doing the motion. That way you're staying balanced the whole time, even though your body's doing quite a motion here. Now, when I'm bending forward, I'm bending my pelvis with me. So I'm not bending at the back. My pelvis is rolling forward, which means I'm getting to the hamstrings, pressing them out. It's a quick motion. Here we go again. Now, opposite direction, let's do a shallow orbit first and make it bigger every orbit. Tilting the pelvis so you get all the way to the hamstrings. What this has allowed me to develop is a lot of flexibility. Relax for a second. A lot of flexibility, which means I get up all the way up to my chest, in fact. So it really increases the flexibility. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees up. What I'd like you to do with your feet first is to actually lift your feet with your legs. So just bringing them up. Good. Now what I'd like you to do is with your toes, drive the toe downwards so that the knee is driven upwards. We're going to toe down, drive the knee up. This is really important because I want the calves to be a really active component of the body right now. This is one of the best ways to do it because it allows the muscle to contract quickly and make a motion. Now, we're going to hit our buttocks with our heels as far up as you can. Not a slow motion, not simply lifting the leg, but trying to hit your buttocks, give yourself a bop in the bottom. All the way up as quickly as you can, up and back down quickly. Good. And now what we're going to do is opposite buttock. And now in this social distancing times, imagine somebody standing right next to you, not social distancing. What you're going to do is hit them in the buttock. Get back. And you should feel that on the inside of the thighs. You should really feel that all the adductors getting involved here. Now, finally, as the last part of the limber, this is a clean step. A clean step is just putting the knee out, heel up, and then switching. And then switching again, and then switching again. Now, we're doing the clean step of making it dirty. The way I like to make it dirty is I put my hands on my hips, knee out, heel up, and I let the hip drop. And then I switch, and I let the other hip drop. Now, notice as I go through this whole iteration of going from one leg to the other, my head is barely moving. My hips are doing most of the motion right through here, which allows me to open up the spine, get a lot of articulation in the lower back. Plus, it allows me to stay incredibly balanced. This is a natural motion for humans to walk. What most people have learned is how to walk more like this. And that every step is throwing away your balance. If you're able to do this, not only are you maintaining balance, but if you have something that might trip you, you're more likely to be able to recover much more quickly with that legs. Now what we're going to do is continue the steps, but every time we stop here, tighten both legs. Tight, tight, tight. Both legs just like a statue, nice and tight. And now we're switching. Both legs tight, tight, tight. And now we're switching. Both legs tight. And now switching again. Both legs tight. And relax. That is the daily motion. Simple, effective, daily. Let me get that. So what I suggest everybody to do is to take that motion, only 11 motions, easy to remember, only 11 motions that you can do daily. And I can guarantee you, I can put this in writing, that if you do this daily, the end of the week, you will feel completely different. So what we're going to do is a little bit of martial arts, what I call actually fall not fall prevention, but minimizing likelihood of injury falls. That's where all the juice is. The likelihood of anybody falling is so high, myself included. And it's not so much that the fall might occur, it's how do you prevent yourself from injuring yourself when you fall? So we're going to learn one right now. I call it a drop squat. And all we're going to do is bend the knees. Yes, that's all we need to do. Again, bend the knees again. Everybody try it again. Oh, bend the knees a little bit further. And maybe if you're comfortable, a little bit further. Now, let's practice that again. Keep on practicing up and down. What I'm going to do is an uneven count. So what I'd like you to do is follow when I say drop, just drop. Make yourself comfortable, not too far. You only have to drop 2 to 3 inches, maybe even 6 inches if you feel comfortable enough. But every time you do that, you're doing much more than simply making your legs stronger. You're also talking to your cerebellum. Your cerebellum is going to be so integral to keeping avoiding injury falls. So what are we doing now? When I say drop, you drop. And what are we doing with cerebellum at this point? We're communicating that if I'm off balance, this is an okay motion. So let's try it together. Ready? Everybody relaxing. You have to be really relaxed when you do this. And drop. And then back up. Relaxing, relaxing, drop. And then back up. Drop. And back up. Drop. And back up. Drop. Did I trick you there? And back up. It's okay. Relax. Drop. And back up. Drop. And back up. Drop. And back up and relax. So right now you have been programming your mind, your legs, your whole body, that if you're off balance, for instance, tipping backwards, you can drop down. You could do this with one leg, you could do this with 2 legs, to the point that if somebody gave me a strong push on the chest, I'd be able to drop down, maintain my balance, not fall down. Or if I did fall down, this is what it would look like. That is a non-injury fall. You've probably seen toddlers do that. When they start to walk and they drop their legs out from under. They don't do this, try to stop themselves with an arm. They don't try to do so many other things, waving around the arms. They simply drop straight down. This is something that we all need to engage with, not just our legs, but of course our hands. So let's do that right now. We're going to engage our hands for fast action. So just imagine that you're in the park with all your friends, you're social distancing, you have a beautiful salad or steak or bowl of ice cream right in front of you, and there's a fly buzzing around it. What are you going to do? You're going to flick away that fly, just as if it's there. So try to flick that fly away. Go away, fly. Flick away. So what I'm doing right now is I'm saying there's a fly right here, not over here and not over here, not a willy-nilly motion. I'm thinking the fly is right in front of me. What I'm doing with this is a couple of things. I'm getting the motion. Again, we're just a backhand flick. I'm getting the motion, but I'm also telling the body and the mind that this is a possible motion for me. This motion is a fast motion, and it's easy. I can be very accurate with it. The more accurate I am, the more likely I'd be able to grab onto a rail and keep myself from falling. So again, we're going to relax the arms. And when I say flick, all the way from down to a flick. And flick, 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 flick. Relaxing, relaxing, all the way relaxed. Flick, 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 flick. Relax, relax. Flick, 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 and relax. Awesome. So now that we've gone through some of the motions, some of the speed motions, some of the limbering motions, I'd like to open up for a few questions. Do you have any questions? 9 minutes. Good. If you have questions, go ahead and post it in the chat. Otherwise, let's move to another motion. What I like to do is show you how to make a fast high block. Now, why would I learn a high block? The high block is, in martial arts terms, it's a fast motion. How do you do this fast motion? If you look at any martial arts video, if you feel inclined, and you say, oh, this guy has fast hands, this guy is really something with his hands. What you'll see is actually, look at the feet. The feet are doing this, which is transferring the action from the legs through the torso, to the shoulders, to the arms. That's all it is. It's not really magic. It's just training of using the legs to drive the hands. So what we're going to do is a high block. Why would I teach you all a high block? Because the motion to start the motion is not the power. The power is actually stopping the motion. That's where you get the build. That's where the muscles have to go pow to stop you, which means that it's going to be not only a strong muscle, it's going to be a fast muscle. Fast muscles are all the thing you need. We're developing athletic muscles, not simply a type 1 or type 2 muscle, but a type 2B muscle, which is an athletic muscle. This is what all the athletes are striving for. Now, lifting weights, it's great for type 1 muscle. You'll get bulked up. Unfortunately, when it comes to type 1 muscles, they tend to atrophy fairly quickly. In other words, if you aren't lifting that muscle and doing that curl almost every other day, the power is going to drop off really quickly. Athletic muscles, they stay longer. You could stay probably 4 or 5 times longer with an athletic muscle as opposed to a type 1 muscle. So we're going to do that right now. And with that, with the right hand, reach across the belly, just like you're trying to reach across to the opposite pocket. I'm going to use my legs a little bit. And then I'm going to use my shoulders and legs to drive it up, just like a hat on the head. Hand across the belly, and then hat on the head again. Let's try again. Hand across the belly, and hat on the head. Now you notice my shoulders are twisting, so I'm twist, twist, twist. And then I do a quick twist. Let's try it together. Ready? Twist, 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 and a fast twist out. Go. And let's try it again. Twist, 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 and twist. More power you get into it, twist, 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 twist. The more energy that you have to stop that muscle, arm. Twist, 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 twist. And one more time. Twist, 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 and twist. Good, and relax. So what did you do? Did you feel the muscles really opening up here? Did you feel like your arm was just about to fly off into the ceiling? That is the power from the legs going through the torso, coming out to the arm, and giving you power. Martial arts power. Now let's try the other arm. Hand across the belly, and then simply a hat on the head. Let's not use the power at this time. I want to make the motion first. Hand across the belly, hat on the head. Good. And then again, hand across the belly, hat on the head. Now let's go with that twisting. Twist, 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 and with speed, twist. And you notice I'm breathing. Twist, 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 twist. The breathing is integral with martial arts. Twist, 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 twist. And a couple more times. Twist, 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 twist. And one more time. Twist, 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 and twist. So what the breath does is I'm tightening up my torso, my diaphragm. I'm tightening up all the muscles around my torso so that these muscles are going to bind the shoulders, transferring power up to the shoulders. Does more than that. One of my clients came in, COPD, and after learning how to do these motions and having a strong diaphragm action, she was able to get off her inhaler. So I know that this makes a big difference. I've had other clients that say, well, I'm walking my dog, I get winded. Just give it a good couple of good blast breaths with that diaphragm. And she says, immediately, back on, ready to go. And I've learned this through martial arts. If I'm doing martial arts and I'm especially sparring with some of my companions, if I don't breathe, I'll gas out. But if I do a punch, if I do a kick, if I do just a step with that motion, I don't run out of air. I just keep on going because I'm fully oxygenated and ready to go. Okay, Linda, do you have any questions? Are there any questions posted?
No.
No? Okay, so I'd like to finish up now. Let's see, we're going to finish up with questions. I'd love to have questions. If anybody would like to unmute themselves and ask a question, go ahead. Can I unmute all of you? Okay, well then let's do this. Let's do another motion, which I really love doing. It's called a one-legged jumping jack. Oh, did you have a question?
Oh, I don't know if you can, I just unmuted late. How often do you do this? Once a day, 10 times a day, whenever you feel like it?
Well, the limber you have to do daily. The limber is like nutrition. You have your daily vitamin of motion. And I might not do martial arts every day, but I will do the limber every day. The story about the limber, by the way, how it came out is I've learned from masters and grandmasters how to do stretching, how to do different motions to prepare the body for martial arts. But what I found is that if you do static stretching, for instance, pressing into it, trying to stretch that muscle without it being ready, you take away 25% of the power of the muscle. So when I'm training at a master's level, I can't give up 25% of my power. So what I found is doing these simple motions not just gave me that flexibility. By the way, flexibility is pretty good, but it also maintained the power of my muscles. And what I found is that after my mother had a heart attack, she was very interested in not only nutrition, which was a godsend, but also she says, "Oh, mijo, you know, I have sore muscles, sore this, sore that." I said, "Oh, Mom, you just need to move." Well, what do I do? And so I showed her these motions, and within a short period of time, the body aches were going away. The pain that she would have just from normal motions was just gone. So I know they work. I know they work. Thank you, Abram. Thank you for that question. I appreciate it. Let's do a one-legged jumping jacks to close out. So it's just like a do-si-do. You've seen them. So we're going to make that one leg jump. The other leg just slightly bent. Now, what is this doing? It's creating a fast twitch muscle in the calf. Not only that, the more you bend this muscle, the more power it's going to get because these micro motions are building this muscle. Good. Now we're going to switch to the other leg. And again, one-legged jumping jack. Seems like a simple exercise, right? It does so much more. Again, we're getting speed, we're getting power from the leg, and we're just doing it all together. By the way, all the limber motions, you should be able to do them anywhere, anytime. So that means you can be in the pumping gas. Now I'm in the grocery store line. Now I'm in the line at the bank. Social distancing. Oh, guess what? I'm washing dishes. And finally, all these motions, because they are gentle motions, they allow you to do that. It allows you to do this before bed, which means you'll have a night's sleep. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time. And if you want to reach me, my name, jr@sbfguru.com, or just look up Silver Ninjas. You can see that, Silver Ninjas. That's a great way to reach me. Okay, I thank you so much. And if you want to stay around and ask questions, I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much, JR. We really appreciate it. I think we all learned quite a bit on how to move and stay flexible. So thank you again for your time. And I will post your information in the lobby on the Expo hall, just in case anyone missed it. And they can go directly to silverninjas.com. And again, I'll put that information in the lobby. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, everybody, and be blessed.
You too. Bye-bye.